So we're going to quickly talk about tempo, and this is what we use to help control the weight for a movement, okay, or keep our kind of body movements under a certain zone. Because the reason we do this is sometimes we need to slow a movement down, one, to get the technique and form better, but also it creates more time under tension, okay, and time under tension is what builds muscle. It brings more time for the muscle to break down, therefore we can repair it and build more and get stronger, okay? Now tempo can be a little bit confusing, especially when it's written down the way it is, but I'll just quickly go through what it means and how to get your head around it. Okay, so we write tempo with three phases, okay? We've got the eccentric, a pause, concentric, and another pause, okay? So it's 4 numbers down, but it's a 3-phase position that we do. Now, unknowingly, for most of us, we will always start a movement on a concentric movement. That's the third one in. Okay, but we write with always the eccentric going first. It's just the way it is. So in this case, we're going to have an eccentric movement for 3 seconds. We're not going to pause at all. We're going to concentric for 1 second, and again, we're not going to pause the other side of that concentric. Okay, so nice and simple. If we were doing a bicep curl, our concentric is actually contracting the muscle. Okay, so the actual curl up is the concentric. So where most of us will start from the bottom, we will start at that concentric. So we're going to take 1 second to do that. Now, if we will pause in there, we will pause at the top. So if that was a 2, maybe we'll pause for 2 seconds. If we're down in a squat or something, we might pause there, quite commonly there. However, then the eccentric is going to be 3 seconds. So me lowering the weight or a returning phase is going to take 3 seconds. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I should be there at locked out position at the end. Of course, I've got no pause again at the bottom, so I'm going to go back up to the 1. All right. Now, if I had a slightly different variation, where I'll maybe do 3 seconds on the thing, 2 second pause, 3 seconds, and a 2 second pause. Okay. In that case, let's do it for a bench press this time. We're going to concentrate for 3 seconds. We're going to push, try 3 seconds push up. So go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to squeeze the top 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 on the way back, pause in 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's a very slow example of how to do that, okay? But you can see where it comes. So if you just remember, eccentric is always written down first, but often you will start with a concentric.